What's up everybody, I'm Mear and welcome to my review video for my drawings of Inktober. If you don't know what Inktober means, it is a challenge where you tackle one drawing every day by a given prompt. First day was fish, and you could see me draw this one in my previous video about Inktober. I did a lot of it, doesn't matter. Anyway, we're gonna start off with all of these drawings. I'm gonna go through them all, give a little bit of explanation on them, and also give you my honest thoughts on them, because there are some crappy ones in here and there are also some good ones. This one, kind of a good start. I was just getting warmed up with this one, and it's honestly one of the best things I've drawn this month, so that's actually not a good sign. Anyway, let's move on to the next drawing, which was by the team of Wisp. Let's turn this around so you can see it properly. That should be good. And I think this is one of my favorite drawings this month. One little side note is I messed up the arm right here, so I just put a bandage on it. Kind of worked out. Quite happy with that one. I just love how this looks and how these lines, I never done these before, but I think it looks pretty awesome. On to the next one. Yeah, this is gonna be quick. I'm not gonna stay around too much with all of these. Third day, Timos Belki. That's good in view. Perfect. Bulky, I wanted to draw a human lifting a huge log. I think I succeeded in that. Bit of wrong anatomy, but who cares, it looks good. Yeah, honestly these first few days were quite good, and then it got progressively worse after that. There's some good ones in here, but I can't even say the word. Progressively worse. Anyway, next one. Radio, day 4. So we got a little radio over here, and then a tree. I like drawing trees. They are easy to draw, and they give it like a bit of aesthetic as well. Not so sure about the base here, but I don't know. Seems good. I can see the next drawing through this one, and I don't like how it turned out. Let's just get it over it. Day 5. It's Blade. This was gonna be such a good drawing, and then I messed it up because, well, my eraser didn't work that great, and well, all of these letters have moved and this piece is torn up. And if you just look at this part, that's a good drawing of a knife, but the important part is just messed up. If you don't know what this is from Assassination Classroom, which is probably my favorite series of all time. If you stick around the channel for a little while, you might have heard that before. But anyway, on to the next one. And I know what it is, and it's terrible. I think the next one is probably the worst one I've did. I think, if I'm not forgetting any. But day 6, rodents. I just don't want to talk about it. It looks like a mouse with gloves. It's terrible. Just terrible. Let's just quickly move on. Day 7. This is where I picked up the pace a little bit more and actually did some good stuff again. So we got a fancy person with a fancy hat, and I like it. I love how it turned out, and this was a good one for me because this meant I still had it in me. I was doubting for the first couple of days. Just look at it. No. Anyway, let's move on. Day 8. Oh, this is a good one. It's Smeagol. Day 8. The prompt was teeth, so he's only got 4, but it counts. And I think this is a good one. I love this one. I love the texture. I don't know how I came up with this, but I just started coloring it in lightly. It kind of worked out. Also, the rough aesthetic of Golem, that just helped a lot because I could make mistakes and it would blend in with just his personality, so that's great. But it looks awesome. I love this one. On to the next one. Day 9, Tro, and this was one of those where I used the reference, tried to copy the reference, and I think I quite succeeded in it a little bit. There's some, just don't look at that hand and don't look at that part, and it's quite good. But yeah, I like that one, and I love, like, you're gonna see me do this more, like the shading and then blocking it off. That helps a lot, and especially in the next drawing, it's tremendous. I think the next one, Day Thin, day 10 is probably my favorite one that I did this year. So without further ado, let's just turn over this page and you can see this guy. You probably know this guy. I know this guy. He's from Avatar. He's called Aang, and day 10 was Hope. And I instantly thought about him for some reason, but well, we can all agree he's the symbol of hope. And again, just blocking off these shadow areas, it's just such a good trick. I'm gonna keep this. I only thought of it this time, I think. I don't think I used this last time. Oh yeah, I participated last year as well. Videos on the channel, just scroll back a whole bunch and you'll find it. Anyway, next one. Day 11, disgusting. So I tried to draw a person whose face is half ripped off and it's like blood splatters coming out. I don't know if the effect just succeeded or not. I like it, like the hollow areas around the nose and the mouth and the eyes, just putting it in black. Think that looks quite cool, so I'm happy. On second thought, I probably should have colored in these parts as well, because like the mouth is normally like dark. Anyway, day 11, let's go to day 12. Oh no, this one. I don't like this one either. I love what I did with the tree and just the nice lines. Bit rough, but that part I like. This part, the snake, I don't know. Just let me give you a closer look to this guy's face. Look, oh, I dropped the paper. Okay, just look at the guy's face. That's not a snake. That's not a snake. Just like a kindergartner just drew a face on it. I'm disappointed in this one. But anyway, as for most of these, I had a very limited amount of time, like only half an hour maybe max per day, which was a tremendous challenge to get some of these done. Next one was day 13, is June, and however I haven't read the book or haven't seen the film. I looked up some pictures and we got a snake in, well, or just a sand monster and some dunes. Again, this effect with the shadows, I'm loving it, man. I'm gonna use this more. Not so sure about the monster itself, but the area around it looks quite cool. On to day 14 and I can't remember what this is. Oh! This one, armor. I don't know how to feel about this one. I kind of like it, but I think I messed up the shield and the shield ruins it. I don't know. I don't like the shape of what I did here. I do like, again, like the shadow areas. I think shadows have improved a lot this time around. Last time it was just general structure in the pieces and form, and now the shadows are coming out quite nicely. But this is just a monstrosity. I'm not gonna talk about that. No, let's just safely move on. Oh, and this one is upside down, so let's just turn this around. Hang on a second. Stack the papers again. Outpost, and I quite like this cliff that I made on this one. So I drew a little bit of a house on top of a hill, completely deserted, and then with these waves, I think I could have added a little bit more texture into these waves, but again, I didn't have time. Man, university is hard, it takes a lot of time. It's such a cliche, but it's true though. Anyway, I like this one. This one is one of my favorites from this year as well. Just on how this clip, I really like this, man. Anyway, on to the next one, day 16, rockets. Again, this one is one I used the reference for. Maybe didn't do it in a good way. Oops, I think I hit my mic there. Yeah, probably did. So I'm gonna say that again. This one is one I used the reference for, and especially for like getting the shape right of these parts. I messed up a little bit on the symmetry here, but I kind of like it. I didn't know what to do with these broad areas, so I tried coloring them in. It didn't really work, but overall quite a good one. And that's all I have to say about this one. So I move on to the next one, which I don't think. Oh, this one. Okay, this is a special one. This one is day 17, it's called Storm. Why do I have to turn my page every time? That's just annoying, man. This is Storm, and it's dedicated to one of my favorite artists who is called Kute. I don't think that's the right pronunciation of that, but I don't care. He made a song called Storm, so I drew him singing it in the rain. I did my best. This is also from the reference of his cover art, because that's the only picture I got of him, and it's not a picture, it's a drawing. So I did my best, and I think this is quite good. I think. Anyway, next one. Day 18. Oh! Can you notice on which ones I only had like 10 minutes to do something? This is one of them. Day 18, it's trap. So I tried to draw a bear trap in 15 minutes. No, probably even less. Looks like less. But it looks like a bear trap. You would say that it's a bear trap, so mission accomplished, I think. Let's move on to day 19, which is Dizzy. And I draw a spinner. Again, these blocky shadows, I didn't do them right this time, I think. There's something wrong with like this perspective and where these lines meet. It's a bit weird, but you get the idea. I think I was a bit rushed. It looks a bit rushed. I think I could have done a better job on this one. Looks good. Yeah, it's decent. Day 20 is Coral, and this is one where I used like stippling for the first time. You can see it like here in these. I used stippling for shadows. That was just a test. That's like why I participate in these things, so just to test out new things. Not all of the drawings need to look cool, just try out new things and draw every day. And I've succeeded in that, and I've picked up some techniques, and I think it looks quite good. I think you could guess that's a coral reef. I hope so. That's the point. Anyway, day 21. We're almost there. Oof. One of the smaller drawings again. Looks like I only had 15 minutes for this one as well. But day 21, sleep. So I drew a person sleeping on their bug. Think it's calculus. Think it's something to do with math. That's boring. No, I'm kidding. I'm an engineer. I do that stuff for a living. Anyway. You can see the fading Z's. I think I like that one. Yeah. Next one. Day 22, chef. Oh, this one is cute. Oh, there we go. I hit my mic again, no? No, this time not. So we draw a little chef with the chef hat just covering over his eyes, which is cute. I love it. It's so cute. Anyway, on to the next one. Day 23, rip. Think I drew like basically the same thing last year for grave or something it was. I don't know that for sure, but I tried to spice it up and try to add a rose. Should have textured it, like colored in the leaves. That would have stand it out a little bit more, especially with the vines as well. Should have colored that as well. There's so much you can do once you look at the drawing again, but I think it looks pretty good again with the claw marks. Yeah, the scratches on the grave. I think that looks cool. On to day 24. What? No, there we have. What? Am I missing a day? No, can't be. That's 25, but oh, okay. This is day 24. Let's just fix that so I don't miss it. 24. There we go. There we go. And the prompt was digged, so I drew a Diglett. I love the stones here. That looks quite cool. The rest is just some shading. Diglett is not that hard to draw, so I think I did a good job. Next one. Day 25 this time, and this time for real. And something looks off again. These legs are not right at all. That just looks weird. Anyway, I drew a little bit of a teddy bear. I love the face though. That's cute. Yeah. It can pass through. Not the worst thing I've drawn this month, but not one of the best ones either. So let's move on to 26, hide. And this one, I quite like the story that it tells. Just like some figure standing in a doorway and somebody trembling and gripping a knife, which is kind of scary. I also didn't want to draw the hand, so I just blocked it off. I'm just lazy, sorry. Love the perspective on this one, but then again, this is an empty house. I could have added like a table here, or some chairs, or a closet. I'm lazy. 27 is music, and I like this one. I tried to do something else. Normally I just draw front view, so I tried to draw a side view, and I think it worked out quite well. Just a person with the headphones on. I forgot some shading over here, but that's fine. Yeah, looks cool. Looks cool. Day 28. Okay. From this point on, I only had like 10 minutes each drawing, so I didn't put in much effort. 28. Flow. Just some bubbles. Quite quick. Not even added some shading. That would have been cool. Let's just move on. This is terrible. 29. Shoes was a prompt, and I crossed the X because I only had time to draw one, and it's a terrible shoe. Perspective is all off, but I think that's the first time I drew a shoe, so it looks quite good for a first time, I guess. I forgot the bow at here as well. How do you... That's weird. Last two, come on, we're almost there. Oh, I forgot about this. You know how I said I barely had time to draw? Well, there was one day I didn't have time to draw, and it was day 30, and luckily the prompt was ominous, so I just left an ominous blank page. Quite scary, I know. And then day 31 is not the grand finale that you hoped for. It's a disappointment. It's oh, what? Oh, don't mind that. I might have spelled the day wrong again. Let's just move that out of view. Yeah, there we go. You can't even see the mistake now. Perfect. So this is a disappointment. And that's for two reasons. First of all, it's a terrible drawing of a worm. Secondly, I did this one day too late. I didn't have time the 31st, so I did this on the 1st of November. So I was a day late, and it's terrible. I don't have any excuses. That's just horrible. Anyway, that's my whole pile this time. I think I did it a little bit more quickly than last year, but still took me like 18 minutes. Oh god, that's a long time. Let's just pick out, where's Aang? Here he is. Let's pick out this one. This one's cool. I'm gonna keep this one up top. And actually, let's put this one next to it. These two are my favorite from this year. I think those two are awesome. So we're gonna keep this here. And I'm gonna say goodbye. If you liked it, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And if you just want to see me do more drawing, because... Oh, I'm gonna say this as a little teaser at the end. There's some stuff coming up with the channel. I'm trying to change things a bit. You'll see that quite soon enough, I think. But yeah, just because you stayed here for 19 minutes, that's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Bye guys, bye.